classical music was not music for black people. It was music that black people didn't really like or weren't any good at. I soon learned not to believe the popular narrative. The more I searched, the more I found the well of talent runs deep. The Chineke Orchestra is Europe's first orchestra that's made up of a majority of black and ethnically diverse musicians. I'd had a career for 35 years playing in orchestras, and I was always the only person of colour. It got to the point where even the government were asking me why they only saw me regularly on the international concert platform. Something needed to be done. We need you to do it, Chichi.
It's incredible. I've actually never been part of anything like this before. It wasn't until I arrived at the Royal Northern College of Music in Manchester for my undergraduate when I met one of my friends, Abel, who's an incredible cellist. That's when I suddenly thought, it's amazing to see another person of colour playing classical music. That's when it dawned on me that when I was growing up, and it was predominantly white, I was that person who was the one black person playing classical music.
That phrase, you cannot be what you cannot see, I think is really true. Classical music is so far behind. It's like the last bastion of white supremacy. There are white people who play in the Chineke Orchestra. The white people are in the minority, and they are people who absolutely want to play their part in bringing about change.
My journey with this ensemble and as an individual have been transformative. I own the colour of my skin much better than I used to, and for that I am very grateful to that young lady over there, but this ensemble in general, which I think is a very unique and special place.
We have two orchestras. There's a professional orchestra and then there's the Chineke Junior Orchestra. And every time the junior orchestra is together, there is a mentor from the professional orchestra in every section of the junior orchestra. So those juniors, for the first time in their lives, are seeing teachers and mentors that look like them. It's not only good for the black kids in the junior orchestra, good for the white kids as well, to see that there are professional players of colour qualified to teach them. What I'm wanting to happen is that players that come through the Chineke organisation will get to a point where they feel confident enough to audition for the other orchestras around the UK. I don't want Chineke to be the only orchestra where there is a healthy number of black and ethnically diverse musicians. I want to see people of colour dotted around all of the orchestras in our industry. And therefore, Chineke will always be there to do that real thorough nurturing of our juniors and our young professionals. Because I'm black, I had to be exceptional to be accepted. So I've had to work twice as hard as all my white colleagues.
Making numbers.